Good evening and welcome to another edition of the State of Business. I'm Nishani Piguera. First, to look at the stories that made headlines tonight. Army commander says no camps removed from North. Visa card establishes local office in Colombo. Army Commander Lieutenant General Krishanta De Silva says no decisions have been taken to remove army camps in the North. The Army commander said this addressing the media in Colombo. The media conference was held to disclose details about Colombo Defence Seminar, which will be held at the BMICH from September 1st. The seminar will be held under the title Soft Power and its Influence on Global Issues.
කඳවුරු අපි ඉවත් කරන්නේ නැහැ. යුද හමුදා කඳවුරු ඉවත් කිරීමක් සිදු කරන්නේ නැහැ. කඳවුරු ඉවත් කිරීමට කටයුතු කළා නැහැ. රටේ ආරක්ෂාව, ජාතික ආරක්ෂාව උපරිමයෙන් පවත්වා ගැනීම සඳහා ශ්‍රී ලංකා යුද හමුදාව ස්ථානගත යුතු කර යුතු ස්ථානවල ස්ථානගත කළා. ඒ රාජකාරී ඒ කාර්යයටම කරගෙන යනවා.
Finance Minister Ravi Karnanayake says the planned tax reforms in draft status are well in progress. He said the government will introduce reforms that are realistic, simple and ensure a higher tax compliance to a bigger tax base. He said this speaking at a forum organised by the Young Professionals Organisation.
The Finance Minister said government is moving towards a higher revenue-gaining era. Although tax reforms are not up to expectations, the Minister said revenue collections have improved owing to strict financial discipline undertaken by the government.
All recurrent expenditure was met by revenue as well as loans taken. But year 2015, that changed because we ensured revenues met with expenditure and there's no add-on to the public debt. But certainly the year that went by has certainly got a lot of things that have been put to place. Economy where the revenues are insufficient pay debt servicing, today we have managed to go forward. Revenues 10.4%, today 13.9%. Average borrowing cost, which was 6.6%, is now down to about 5.1%.
Ravi Karnanayake said the new tax reforms will certainly be in place by the 1st of April 2017.
Now, indirect taxation has its own problems that are there. So that's the reason why we adopted more faith in the VAT system. We need to purify this. Certain areas where thresholds and all, I think there is a unity that has come among as to how we are going to go forward. At this moment, unfortunately, I'm unable to reveal certain things because of certain government action that needs to be taken, but it will be certainly a fair play that will be on. The 15% is not something we would like to put. We have enough and sufficient funds to go for new capital projects that are there with new loans that have come into the country. But our biggest problem was when we took office, the total public debt is roughly 9.9 trillion and almost another 1.3 trillion, which is off balance sheet. Now these were what were not disclosed. So if you look at that particular one, our ability, our ratings affected through this process. And that's the reason why we have to take some stopgap measures in order to ensure that we are on correct course.
The government says total state revenue increased by 21.7% to 857,922 million rupees during the first 7 months of this year. According to provisional data, tax revenue increased to 23.04% to 796,062 million rupees during this period compared to the period of January to July 2015. Collections via the value-added tax has increased 27.01% to 153.977 million rupees.
මයිතර ඒකට ප්‍රධානම හේතුව ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන් රාජ්‍ය ආදායම අහිමි වී තිබුණු යම් ආයතන විශේෂයෙන්ම සුරාබත් දෙපාර්තමේන්තුවේ යටතේ විශේෂයෙන් වැටලීම් කිරීම තුල ලබාගත් දේවලුත් ඒ වගේම ශ්‍රී ලංකා රේගුවෙන් ලබාගත් වැඩිවීමෙනුත් ඊළඟට අපේ ආදායම් බදු දෙපාර්තමේන්තුව හිග ආදායම් බදු එකතු කිරීම සහ ඒ කාරණාත් නිසා අපිට රාජ්‍ය ආදායමේ වැඩිවීමක් මේ කාලය ඇතුළත කරන්න පුළුවන් කමක් ලැබිලා තියෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ අපේ බලාපොරොත්තු හැටියට ඊළඟ අයවැයත් එක්ක මේ රාජ්‍ය ආදායමේ තවත් ඉහළ නැංවීමත් රාජ්‍ය වියදම් අඩු කිරීමත් කියන මූලික කාරණා කීපයකට තමයි ඊළඟ අයවැය යොමු කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා රජයේ ප්‍රතිව්‍යුහකරණය කරන යම් කාරණා අලාභ ලබන ඒවා රාජ්‍ය ආයතන හැටියටම රජයේ පාලනය යටතේම ප්‍රතිව්‍යුහකරණය කරන ක්‍රමවේදයකට සකස් කර යුතුයි. ඉතින් පෞද්ගලික කාරණයට යන්නේ නැතුව අපි රාජ්‍ය සහ පෞද්ගලිකංශයේ ඒකාබද්ධව යම් යම් ආයතන ගෙනීමට අවශ්‍ය කටයුතු කරන්න සිද්ධ වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම රාජ්‍ය ආයතන ප්‍රතිව්‍යුහකරණය කරන කළමනාකාරීත්වය වෙනස් කිරීම තුළ ආදායම ලබා ගැනීම සඳහා වූ යම් යම් කාරණාවලටත් ඉදිරියට යන්න සිද්ධ වෙනවා. ශ්‍රී ලංකා නිදහස් පක්ෂයේ ප්‍රතිපත්ති වලට අනුකූලව ඒ ප්‍රතිව්‍යුහකරණයන් වලට සහයෝගය දෙන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
The State of Business will continue with more stories after this short break. Do stay with us. Welcome back to the State of Business. Global payments technology company Visa today announced the opening of a local office in Colombo. The company has appointed Anthony Watson as the country manager for Sri Lanka.
Visa is a global payments technology company that connects consumers, businesses, financial institutions and governments in more than 200 countries.
Electronic payments are much safer, more secure and provide greater access to people without access to the formal economy. There is a tremendously low level of personal consumption expenditure penetration of electronic payments in Sri Lanka, and Visa believes that by opening an office here we can help grow that penetration of personal consumption expenditure to allow more Sri Lankans access to safe and secure payments. In addition, the actual acceptance of those electronic payments is also at a relatively low level compared to other countries in the region.
He said the local office will be able to assist in growth of the acceptance of electronic payments in Sri Lanka. At present, Sri Lanka has only 42,000 acceptance points of electronic payment cards. Visa officials believe it will be highly important for the growing tourism industry in the country. Meanwhile, Anthony Watson, the country manager for Visa in Sri Lanka, said that they will help share the future of electronic payment platforms in Sri Lanka.
And contribute directly to the government's vision of producing a cashless and digital society. I believe, Visa believes, that electronic payments can have a profound impact on the Sri Lankan people and stimulate the growth of the economy. In my role, I'm going to be focused on electronifying commerce as we transition cash payments into electronic payments across the country.
And now here's a look at some more news in brief.
Officials of the Consumer Affairs Authority have confiscated substandard food wrappers from Hokandara South and Ratmalana. The manufacturer had issued the product to the market citing false details and a false business registration number. In a media release, the CAA said the manufacturer will be produced before the Kaduwela magistrate on the 29th of this month. PricewaterhouseCoopers conducted a seminar on first sale for export in Colombo. FSFE is a valuation strategy that affords Sri Lankan suppliers the opportunity to create greater value for their US customer base without negative impact to their bottom line. The seminar also covered the impact of Sri Lanka's new transfer pricing regulations on implementing FSFE. The objective of this seminar is to create awareness on the benefits of exporters on implementing FSFE and the interplay between FSFE rules and local TP regulations.
Stocks closed on a mixed note today. Details after this break. Welcome back to the show. A look at how the market performed today. The all-share price index gained 1.41 points to close at 6,589.71, while the S&P SL20 dipped 1.23 points to close at 3,612.57. Market ended the day on a mixed note, with the indices marginally shifting points. Local investors remained as net buyers on equities, buying into distilleries, Keels Foods Products and Tokyo Cement. Foreign activity continued on National Development Bank and Tokyo Cement. Turnover for the day amounted to 624.5 million rupees, with 16.3 million shares being traded. The top traded counters were distilleries with 80.7 million rupees, National Development Bank 73.4 million rupees, Ceylon Grain Elevators 72 million rupees, Keels Foods Products 868 million rupees and Tokyo Cement with 32.7 million rupees. Foreign inflows amounted to 46.1 million rupees, whilst foreign outflows totaled 124.5 million rupees. And now let's take a look at the day's forex rates. And with that, we sign off for tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow at the same time. Thank you for watching. Good night.